Today we are going to discuss a very basic topic of computers, or you can say it is very important topic of computers as well, that is performing basic file operations. Every file has an associated format that defines the way data is stored in the file. The file format is identified by a period operator, or you can say identified by a dot appended to a file name, followed by three or four letters. The following are some more common file formats like Word documents are saved with .doc or .docx extensions. Images are saved with .gif and .jpg, or could have .png, and many more are there. So for executable program, we have .exe. Whenever you install any application, you might have seen the extension of that executable program, that is .exe. That means that that application software is an executable program. After that, we have many multimedia files with the extension .wma, and many other extensions are also there. So generally, whenever you create any file, whenever you save any file, every application save its file with some extension. Like if you work with the Word documents, the extension will be .docx. If you work with the Excel documents, the extension will be .xlsx or could be .xls. If you work with the PowerPoint files, the extension could be ppt or .pptx. So generally, whenever you like whenever for example someone has sent you one file through email, okay, now you have downloaded that file and you have clicked on that particular file, and the file has been opened in one particular application. For example, there was one Word document. So how your operating system get to know that that this file needed to be opened in this application? The operating system checks for its extension or checks for its type of file. Okay, then from that particular place, he got the idea that it needed to be opened in this application. I hope it is clear to you. Let's see. By creating one Word file, okay, here you can see my screen. Okay, I'm typing here Word in that search box. Okay, now I'm opening an Word document. Now I'll write something and will save it. Fine. For example, I have given it a name, document one. Well, I am saving it on desktop. Then save. Okay, now I'm closing my file. Okay, let's see. There is one file on my desktop named document one. So I wanted to check for its extension. Now I need to right click on that particular file. After that, I need to click on properties. Here you can see the type of file, Microsoft Office Word document, and what is the extension .docx. From here, operating system get the idea that this file need to be opened in Microsoft Office Word. I hope it is clear to you. In same way, I have a notepad file, or you can say one text document is here. So let's see the properties of the same. Okay, click on properties. Here you can see this is a text document. .txt is the extension. So from properties, we'll get to know which kind of file is it. Okay, now let's start with the files and folders work. First of all, we need to create one folder. Okay, so right click on the screen. You can right click on anywhere on the screen. Then we have an option here, new. When you go to the new option, you will have one more option. Multiple options are here. For folder, you need to select the folder. Okay, here I have created one folder. I wanted to give it name as SRBPS. Fine. So I have created one folder here. This is the first way to creating a folder. Now, what is the second way of creating a folder? You can create folder with the shortcut key. Which shortcut key you can use? Like you can use Control Shift plus N. Look, here is our folder. Now I can give this folder a name, like I have given a name ninth class. Fine. Now I wanted to create one another folder. Again, I'll use Control Shift plus N. Now I have one another folder, which is 10th class. Okay. So I have named these folders as ninth class and 10th class. Now what I wanted to do is, if you wanted to rename the folder, how you can rename your folder. For renaming the folder, just select the folder, right click, and choose here the appropriate option, that is rename. Okay, now you can rename it. Like I will write here only ninth. Fine. There is one shortcut available for renaming the folder. What is that shortcut? That is, you need to press the F2 key, F2 function key. Okay, now I am writing here ninth class. So this way you can rename your folder. I hope it is clear to you. Now I have made one notepad file for the shortcut keys as well. For creating a folder, what you can do is, for creating a folder, which shortcut key can be used? You can use Control Shift plus N. For renaming the folder, you can use F2 key. Fine. F2 function key. Or on some systems there is one more key present on your keyboard. There could be Fn key present on your keyboard. If there is Fn key present on your keyboard, then for using function key you need to use Fn plus F2. Fine. For pressing for editing, like for renaming the folder, you need to press Fn and F2 both keys. Okay, but if Fn key is not present there on your keyboard, then you can use only F2 key for that. I hope it is clear to you. Now we will create some files. Like for creating files, what is the normal method we usually what we usually do? We click here on the start button and we search that particular program, or we go to all programs. Here we open, like if I wanted to open any PowerPoint file, I will go here and open that particular file. Or what we can do is, we directly open any file from here. Okay, now I wanted to save this file. I wanted to save this file with the given name on the desktop. So I have saved this file over there. I wanted to save this file as well. Okay, so you can directly save the file with the control by pressing Control S. Fine. So I have saved this file as well. Everything is saved on the desktop. Oh, sorry. I have saved somewhere else those files. Okay, again we can make some files, like right clicking. While right clicking on the screen, you need to click here new, where you wanted to create any file. Like if you wanted to create any Word file, you can click here. One Word file is here with you. If you wanted to create any like workbook or any PowerPoint file, you can simply click here. Okay, one PowerPoint file is there. If you wanted to open any workbook, okay, workbook will be there, like new. And if you wanted to open any workbook, here you can select Excel box. Okay, now I wanted to arrange my icons properly, so I will write here sort by name. So my all the elements are sorry, my all the icons are arranged on my desktop. Okay, so after this I just wanted to copy my files into that particular folder. For example, I wanted to copy this file into my folder. So for this, what I can do is, I simply, you can right click on that particular file. You will select here copy, will open that particular folder and you will paste there. Okay, you can see file is present at both of the places. Like here is my original file, here is my duplicate copy of the file. Okay, in that particular folder, my duplicate copy of the file is there. So in copy, we can only create the copy of the original document. When you wanted to cut something, okay, when you wanted to, like I wanted to move this file permanently from this place to another place. For this purpose, what I will use, I will use the cut option. I will right click on that particular item, will select here option cut, and will come here and paste it here. Fine. So you can see my file is permanently moved from here to this place, this particular folder. I hope it is clear to you. Now, if you want to do this work with shortcut keys, which shortcut key you will use? Like if you wanted to do copy the content, okay, I wanted to copy this file. So first of all, you need to select that file. Then you will press Control C. After that, you will open that particular folder where you wanted to paste that content. You will come here and click on organize, and you can paste here like this. Or what you can do is, or you can press Control plus V for pasting. Here I already have this file, so it is asking whether it needed to be copy and replace, whether don't copy, or whether I wanted to keep both the files. So I clicked on I wanted to keep both the files, so it has created one duplicate copy of the same. So if you wanted to cut something with the shortcut key, that you can also perform. Like you need to select the file, press Control X, open that particular folder where you wanted to paste that file. Okay, open that particular place and Control V for paste. Here in this notepad file, you can see Control C for copy. Okay, Control C for copy, Control V for paste, Control X for cut. For example, if you wanted to select number of files from here and wanted to move those files into that particular folder. Fine. Now, you need to like select those files by dragging the mouse. Okay, by dragging the mouse while clicking the left button. This way you can select multiple files. Or what you can do is, you can select Control plus A. You can press Control plus A to select all the files in folder. Or what you can do is, or you can select one file, you can press Shift and you can select the files with the arrow keys, that is left, right, top, bottom. Okay, in that way you can select files. Or there is one more way. For example, you wanted to select this file and this file at the same time, you wanted to move these two files into that particular folder. So what you will do is, you need to select this file. Fine, you have selected this file. Now you need to move your cursor to another file which you wanted to select. Now press Control and press left click. Now these two files are selected. See here, I can move my cursor here, but but these two files are selected. So I wanted to move these files permanently into that SRBPS folder. So what I'll do here is, I'll press Control X. I'll move to the SRBPS folder. I'll open this. I'll paste it here. Okay, there is already one file is present there, but I'll see. I said move both the files. Okay, so my files are permanently moved to this place. I hope now it is fine. Now, if you wanted to delete something, for example, if you wanted to delete something, how we can do the same? Simply right click on that particular file and select delete from here. It will ask you, one dialog box will appear. It will ask you, are you sure you want to move these files to the recycle bin? If you are sure, you will press yes. Why this dialog box appear on your screen? sometimes what happen by default, you press by mistake you press delete button. That's why it is for confirmation that you intentionally wanted to delete this folder or this file. This is for the confirmation. If you will say yes, it will move your files to the recycle bin. Now your file has been deleted from here, but it has moved to the recycle bin. Let's see, in the recycle bin your file is here. If you wanted to restore it again, fine, you can right click on it and you can restore it. Fine. Now if you wanted to do this work with the help of shortcut key, what you can do is you need to select the file and just press the delete key from your keyboard. If you wanted to delete this file, yes. Let's see in the recycle bin. Now if you wanted to delete this file permanently from here, okay, permanently from your computer, what you can do is right click on it and you will press delete. It will delete this file permanently from there your computer. Okay, now what I want, now I wanted to delete my file directly from my computer system. I don't want my file to be into that recycle bin. So for that purpose, what can I do is just select your file, press just select your file, press shift plus delete and press yes. It will permanently delete your file from your system. Okay, again we will do the same. I have selected one another file. I am pressing shift plus delete. Look at this dialog box. It is asking, are you sure you want to permanently delete this file? If I'll press yes, it will delete permanently. It will delete my file permanently from my system. Let's see in the recycle bin. Okay, there is no file in the recycle bin. It is empty. I hope it is clear. Now what I want, now I wanted to organize my these files. For example, the files are there in SRBPS belong to two classes. Some files belong to the ninth class, some files belong to the 10th class. So I'll copy these all, I'll paste these all. I wanted to create the multiple files, so I have done the same. Now I wanted to categorize my files into the that particular folders. I wanted to move my 10th class folders files into my 10th class folder, ninth class files into my ninth class folder. Okay, so first of all what I'll do is I'll select both the folders. Okay, if you wanted to deselect this table 2, what you can do is press control key and click on this. The table 2 will be unselected. Okay, now I wanted to move these folders permanently into my that folder. So for that I'll use cut option. Okay, cut. Then I'll go to my folder SRBPS. Here I'll maximize it. I'll paste my file folders here. Now you can see here are my folders. Now I wanted to move my ninth class data into the ninth class. Let's move the ninth class data. For example, all the files which are document files are my ninth class files. All the files which are like Excel files are my uh, 10th class files. So how I can sort them? Like you can sort them like sort by type. Okay, now my files are sorted as per their type. Now I can pick my Excel files. Fine. Now I wanted to move them permanently into my folder. I will use Control X. Now I'll move these files to my ninth class folder and I'll use Control V for paste. Okay. Now I wanted to move my 10th class files, which are Word files, into the 10th class folder. Now I'll use Control X and now I have pasted my files into that 10th class folder. I hope this is clear to you. With the help of folders, we can organize our data easily. Now you can see if you wanted to search for any ninth class file, you need to go to the ninth class folder. If you wanted to search for any 10th class file, you need to go there. Okay. So data is sorted with the help of sorted and organized with the help of folders. I hope it is clear to you. Now you might be able to create the folders and files. Okay, there are some more options available. Like here, you can view the large icons. If you wanted to view the large icon, you can view the same. Okay, view the medium icons. You can view the same. Okay, you wanted to view the list. You can view the list. If you wanted to view the content, you can view the content as well. Fine. So which visibility view you wanted to you like, you can use that particular view. Fine, many more options are there. You can try those options by your own. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you so much, everyone.